Okay, we're all set up. We're ready to go. Not a lot moving at the moment. We've got Pcvxz is probably the big mover at the moment. That's not right. Thought it was so it's 5,000 last week. Okay. Yeah, well, I was getting a bit of flack on Friday. I thought, you know what, I deserve it. I need to get my hair cut. Thanks anyway, Dave. Hey, Rabble Dabbles. For a newbie, I would say 3 to 5K. That way, you're not putting too much in that. I mean, and it sounds like a lot of money if you're a newbie, but you're not putting too much in that you're risking everything. But also, you have the ability to make returns that are meaningful. The last thing you want to be doing is making returns that are getting gobbled up by commissions and fees, etc. So I would say it's difficult to day trade with less than 5K. 3 to 5K is what I would say to start off with. But your realistic expectations need to be small. So you want to be making enough to cover any costs associated, trades, commissions, fees, charges, etc. You're going to be making enough on a daily basis to cover the cost of your trading, but also a little bit besides. So you don't want to be trying to swing for the fences. Occasionally, if you manage your risk and you've got small expectations, you'll get occasional big rewards with that. And that's the big thing is just temper your expectations on day trading. It's a profession like any other. It's not for everybody. It's incredibly risky. The majority of people that get into it get in with the wrong mindset, and they lose money long term. Over 85% of people lose money long term. So just be careful. Hey Tamimi, Captain, Steve. Oh, we're all coming in now. We're all flooding in now. Trading, like I always say, every single day I say, trading is risky. Don't put money into a live account. In fact, don't even bother thinking about trading until you've traded on a simulator first. Learn how to trade. If you're not prepared to invest in your education and invest in your future, don't bother. Just go down the bookie, go down the dog track or the horse track and gamble it away. Get into the casino and put it on red, whatever. it'll probably have a similar outcome. You might win a bit that way, but you're more than likely going to lose. Same thing. If you're not prepared to invest the time and funds required to learn how to trade, the likelihood is you're going to end up losing. No, if it's not this account, Gits, then it's not me. There is is somebody impersonating you? Let me just show you something quickly. I'll just log in and okay, so is somebody impersonating me? Look, is what, this one? Is somebody impersonating me? I'm the top one that's live right now. Every other one is not me. So just be careful. Yes, there are lots of people impersonating me. I am not. It's this account and this account only. Yeah, I saw that, Alex. That might have a knock-on effect, but at the moment, it seems the S&P 500 seems to be buoyant. So the markets and the Nasdaq is buoyant. It's up at the moment. It's 0.57 up. The S&P 500 is 0.77 up, so that's even better. The Dow Jones Industrial is 0.81 up. And outperforming them all is a small cap index, the Russell 2000. So that's up by 0.87. So the US market is not affected by the Chinese stocks crashing, but we'll see. Yeah, so don't invest without practice, rabble dabbles. Absolutely. enjoy playing with them, Gits. But yeah, they're probably going to try and direct you to either a WhatsApp or a Telegram group and try and get you to part with your cash. Quite frankly, it's not me. I don't have any groups on Telegram or WhatsApp. I'm not going to ask you to part with any cash. I don't offer to trade on your behalf. I'm not offering signals or alerts. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't offer financial advice. I'm not an official professional, financial professional. So the majority of those accounts are scams, if not all of them. Either that or very sad people that just want to be me. But you know, who wouldn't? Are these simulators easy to access? So rabble dabble. So first place I would the first place I would go to if I was you would be tradingview.com. So there's a link in my profile called the Linktree TikTok Trader. Okay, in that link tree there's a link to TradingView, not TraderView, but TradingView. It's a free platform, well, freemium platform, but it's for all intents and purposes, it's a free platform, and that's where I would start to learn how to trade, learn how to read the charts, learn how to do the technical analysis first. In that as well, and there's a tutorial on TikTok, and there's also a tutorial on YouTube that I've done on how to access the simulator or paper trading account on TradingView. So that will be my first port of call. Once you've done that, because it's free, it's going to cost you nothing. If you still feel like this is something that you want to try, then learn how to trade. Okay. The first port of call is have a play around with TradingView, try the paper trading there, then learn how to trade. I can teach how to trade. Check out again the links in the description on YouTube or links on TikTok in the link tree there. The course is a very good course. Well, of course I'm going to say that I'm biased. It's my course, but it's a basic course for beginners to learn how to trade. It's got all of the fundamentals. And we'll teach you the fundamentals of day trading, but it's down to you to be profitable. The psychological and emotional elements that are involved are what kills most traders. Okay, so it's down to you to be profitable. If you want to, the problem with TradingView And it's not really a problem. It's good for beginners to start and to learn with. But the problem with TradingView is it's not, unless you actually subscribe in, it's not live data, it's delayed data. I think it's, I don't know, it's 5 or 15 minutes off the top of my head, but it's delayed data. It's not real-time data. That doesn't stop you learning how to trade and practicing in a simulator first. If you're prepared to then give it a go and, you know, invest in a live account, don't put real money on the line until you've traded in a real-time simulator. Now, a real-time simulator, you're gonna have to pay for the platform fees, you're gonna have to pay for data fees, you're gonna have to subscribe into it, and maybe do that for 3 or 4 months. Probably gonna cost you between 100 and 150 quid a month for a quality simulator. By doing that, you're gonna get the closest thing without the real money on the line to actually trade it. Do that, and if you can be profitable over a period of about 3 months, then start small in a live account. Now, whichever broker you go with or whichever platform you go with, in a live account, there's going to be a simulator included in that. So if you if you have a simulator, then you can actually practice on that simulator, get used to it before using the live money you put in there. But I would say start small, small expectations, small risk for small reward, and slowly over time scale up. That's what I did, and that's where I am now. Now, of course, I trade a lot larger than most people now because I've got a larger account. But there you go. Well, I don't know about that, but see, it amazes me how some of these people actually make, these scam artists make money with their fake Telegram accounts. I get it on YouTube all the time. It starts off with a message: "This channel's great," and this, that. But if you want to know about crypto, Mr. John Smith is advised me, and he's been profitable all this time. You can contact him below on the WhatsApp group or whatever, and then they have another. It's bots, is what it is. So, and then they contact him below on his Telegram group or WhatsApp group, and then they've got another comment. "Oh, you know about John Smith as well? I found him. I'm surprised that you're recommending him," and all this kind. And they have about 10 or 12 comments on the back of the original comment, trying to give it credibility, and it's all crap. It's all scams. Well, make sure you're following me on this channel as well, Rabble Dabbles. I give away a lot of information for free on this channel. So, what is the best time frame for day trading? There isn't one, Vizzy, quite simply. So, it's about personal preference, firstly, and what you're comfortable, how you're comfortable trading. Secondly, I would never recommend trading on a single time frame. Always look for multiple time frames. So if you're trading on the 1 minute, which tends to be actually, I know someone that trades on a 10-second time frame, which is extremely volatile, and I wouldn't recommend that for anybody. I think the guy's got some kind of Asperger's syndrome to be able to do that or something. But anyway, I use the 1 minute as the most volatile time frame, but I'm looking for that to be underpinned, the signals and the patterns to be underpinned on the 2 and 5 minute charts as well. I also use the 60-minute and the daily charts for documenting key levels of support and resistance. So I wouldn't recommend anybody tries to trade on certainly not on the 1 minute chart. I wouldn't recommend anyone trading on one single time frame, but by all means use the 1 minute chart. It gives you the ability to have micro entries and exits, but you look for the higher time frames to underpin those patterns and the breakouts. That's all I'm saying. What you see on TikTok is the 1 minute time frame. What you're seeing on YouTube is the 1, 5, and occasionally the 2 minute time frame, all simultaneously. If it's on my watch list, you'll see the 2 minute time frame as well. I've got the 1, 2, and 5 minutes next to each other, and I've got the daily and hourly charts underneath. So I've got 5. Whenever I'm trading a stock, I've got 5 time frames I can refer to. Alibaba trying to go green on the day, trying to make its way back up. Okay, Alex. I mean, that's like I say, you do you. The 10-second. I just find the 10-second. There's too much noise, particularly on because what I'm looking for is volatile stocks. As you know, I'm looking for volume and volatility primarily. Now, I have been deviating away from my strategy the last few days. This month in particular, I've been going back and having a look at that, and I've not been faring too well as a result of that. I had a losing week the week before last, and I only made 5k last week. So I have to go back to my strategy, and I just find that the 10-second chart is a bit, there's too much noise. You can see the micro pullbacks by all means. You can see the same patterns on the 10-second time frame, and you can see them forming. But I just find it's too much to tread, and you don't have a 10-second chart on the Dash Trader anyway, so that prevents me from going down that route as well. So, which is another reason why I like Dash Trader. It's not going to, because I probably have the 10-second chart open if I did. Oh, Microvision. Let's have a look at Mavis. Microvision, yeah, it's up at 350s, 360s. Getting Bed Bath & Beyond moving today. No, it's kind of sideways, choppy, crappy. Just be careful on there, okay? The dog's climbing on the sofa and I'm not sure what she's doing. You're going to sleep, that's fine. Okay? What are the stocks to watch out for today? That's what we're all trying to find out. That's what we're all waiting to find out right now. So right now, we've got the ticker Pcvxz, which is Pcvxz, is the top mover on the day, and it's got a decent catalyst as well. So Pcvxz, it's currently up at $30.87. And what's the reason it's moving? You might ask. Well, the reason it's moving is they've reported top-line data from a proof of concept study of its pneumococcal conjugate vaccine candidate. Okay, so it's to prevent pneumonia, basically, and it's decent catalyst, good clinical trial results, and that's why it's moving. So I always look for a catalyst, a news catalyst, if I can find one. Current high of day is 33.80. High on this, the high on this candle is 31.51. That's right. So current high of day. Right. Okay. Well, there's that's another way of looking at it, Lexter. If your short strategy, there's quite a few of those Chinese stocks are looking very weak. Quite a few stocks looking very weak. I mean, this particular stock was on a downwards trend up until today, up until they announced the clinical trials. It's already up over 50% on the day. So this is Pcvxz, already up 50% today and climbing by the looks of it. But we got rejected at, excuse me, we got rejected at 31.50s previously. So that's what we're watching now. As long as it stays above the VWAP, it's looking bullish. Now the VWAP, for those of you new to the channel, the VWAP is the little blue line here. Is the VWAP. So the VWAP is the volume weighted average price. It's an algorithmic indicator that gives the higher weight to the closing price of a candle that has more volume. Now the volume is the number of shares traded over a specific time frame. So for example, on this candle here, we've got 15,000 shares traded on this particular candle, and it closed at $30.87. Whereas on this candle here, for example, we only had 10,000 shares traded, and this one closed at $30.45. So more weight will be given to the one with the 15,000 shares traded than would be given to the 10,000 shares traded over the course of those particular time frames. So that's how the VWAP works. And it's a great, why am I talking about the VWAP? It's a great intraday trend indicator. It's probably one of the most powerful indicators for day trading, because what essentially it tells you is this stock moving up, or is it moving down, or is it just ranging sideways doing nothing? And if all the action is taking place above the VWAP, it's bullish. It means it's moving, it's an upwards trend. If all the action and all the candles are opening and closing below the VWAP, then it's in a downwards trend. It's bearish. If you're getting choppy action, sideways action, what you'll find is the candles are either closing across the VWAP, they're opening below or above and crossing the VWAP, and then they're moving. I mean, you're getting action that's trending above and below, and it's just, you know, choppy sideways. So you tend to find that the VWAP will look more flat or horizontal in those kind of choppy market conditions or choppy moving conditions. But it's a very, very, very powerful indicator. Not all platforms carry the VWAP, and if you're on a platform that doesn't carry a VWAP, it's not a good platform for day trading. The VWAP is not a great technical indicator for the longer time frames. It kind of ceases to have validity, or has less relevance for the higher time frames above a day, for example, above the daily. Whereas if you're trading on a platform like an eToro or a platform like Revolut or whatever it is, these are not platforms that are good for day trading on. If they don't carry the VWAP, don't day trade on it. By all means swing, by all means invest, but I wouldn't recommend day trading. It's probably not geared up for that purpose. Morning, Kai. Got 30-cent spreads on this on Vax site as well at the moment. 20-30 cent spreads. I've just got in for 1,000 shares. Low risk, but it's moving up on. But I want to see this move up and test the pre-market highs. Pre-market highs currently at 33.80. I want to see this over $33. We're up at 32.50s, 32.70s now. We're up at 32.80s. I want to see this up at over $33. I'm hoping we get above and hold above 33. I can add to the position. Scale in like that. Scaling in. Nice. Nice, 3,600. Just gonna lock in some gains that I missed it. Didn't get filled. Oh, it did get filled. Took me a while to get filled. Just locked in 1,700 bucks. Morning, Dunkers. We've still got 2,500. My average cost now is $34, so I can hold this now. If it breaks 34.50, I'll exit. I'm just what I've not been doing is scaling in. I've been swinging from the fences for the fences every swing this last couple of weeks, and that's not the way to trade. You need to scale into your positions, and that's what I'll do here. Gonna lock in some more. I've locked in 2,700. 34.50 still my exit. I can't see any. We're blue skies up here. We've just got psychological resistance levels and support levels. First candle to break a new low. We are now my 35.75 is my $35. locked in some there. We're up at 3,500 realized. We'll exit at break even, which is 35.20. Added to the position. That's 30-cent spreads on this though, so you need to be careful of the spreads. Low 35.50 and we will get out. There's a bit of a pullback. So we found a little bit of support there at the $0.50. We want to now move up. If it breaks below 35.50, I will exit. Got 30-cent spreads here. My average cost is 35.74 now because I've been scaling up and scaling in and taking profit. I'm moving my cost up since I got in at just over $33. Looking a little bit weak with this shooting star. I don't know Vizzy. I've never heard of it. So, Pro real-time platform, never heard of that. Sorry, Vizzy. So I couldn't comment knowledgeably on it. I'm not going to say it's good or bad because I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. Pro real-time platform. Anybody on one of the other YouTube or Twitch or anything? Have anybody used the Pro real-time platform? What happened there? I was 3,000. Look what happened. Ah, yeah. I don't believe that. Got out at $35. That's horrendous. Well, that's a bit crap. That was a good trade all the way up there, and I got was like 3,700 up, and then one little pullback, and I exited at the what's the 67 cents. I lost on that one. 5,000 shares, 67 cents. Go figure. I got a bad fill, Dunkers, is what happened. So basically lost all those gains in one fell swoop. It's okay. It's time to make them back. Wait for a pullback. Next candle makes a new high. Ooh. I've effectively lost 50 cents on the move, so I want to see this up over 36 bucks. So testing 37 would be nice. It's got volatility, I'll give it that. Spreads are what's killing me. Yeah, my average cost. So my average cost was being moved up every time I took some profit. and added back to my position, it moved the average cost up for GITS. So that's why that was. But actually, whilst I tried to get out at 35.50, for a, you know, I'd already locked in the gains, you see. So I had locked in the profit. So when I pushed the trigger when it broke 35.50, I got filled at 35. So I lost 50 cents. So it's like $2,500 share. It's $2,500 on that. So I actually lost 67 cents on the share. Get back green on the ticker, reduce my exposure while it's consolidating, and start again. Base hits. And that's, to be fair, you've got to be, like I say, trading is risky. And I keep telling everybody this, trading is risky. $3,500 up, nearly $4,000 up, and it's gone in an instant. If you're not careful, that happens. And I was trying to protect my equity, the position there. It's just that the spreads got me, and a quick move down and the spreads got me. And that was it. Like now, I'm caught between the spreads. I can't add to the position because I'll actually be increasing my average cost, and I can't get out because I'll lose money. So I'm caught between the, you know, I either take the hit or I wait for the move up. It's quite a high price stock as well, so. If we get above 36.20, we should go on to 37, but ifs, buts and maybes. See what I mean? be careful with these spreads. Right, look, the ask has moved like 4 cents, but the bid dropped almost $1 then for a second. So the ask is right on my, so the fluctuation on the bid is quite volatile, and that's the risk you've got to be watching for. I'm in at 352. On the ask, I've got like 372. On the bid, I've only got 359 right now. But it went down, the bid went down to less than, what, 34.50 or something along those lines. I'll be patient, waiting for this breakout here. That's 36. We're looking for 36.50. Yeah, no problem at all, Gid. So the ask is what sellers are looking for, and the bid is what buyers are prepared to pay. Now, there's always a difference between the two, and that's called the spread. So the bid is, if you, in a lot of cases, if you're selling for a market order, if you want to get what's known as a marketable order, if you want to get filled, then you sell on the bid and you buy on the ask. You can sell, you can place orders, limit orders in between the bid and the ask, particularly when the spread's like this. And that's what I'm doing right now, actually, placing orders in between the bid and the ask. Particularly when the spreads are like this, and you can actually profit from the spread, or the difference between the spread. So we got up to $36 then, but we didn't break it. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm looking for 36.50 actually. Take some profit at 36.50. I mean, the market makers will spike it up and down, trying to get people to buy in and stop people out, and just increasing liquidity in the market, increase liquidity on the stock. So we're up at 36.20 on the ask, but only 36 on the bid. So we're under 36 on the bid, but we're over 36 on the ask. So the spreads are quite volatile. I'm just going to lock in $1,000 on that. So we're back up to a 1,200 locked in. 100 away from. So this pullback, I'm watching this pullback now. So as we make a move up and we break 30, we've got up to 37.98. So we've got a little bit of resistance at $38. And if we can get over $38, then I'm kind of done for the day. 4,900 is my position now. Nice morning's work. Look for 5,000 a day. Normally, if I get to 5,000, I carry on trading and give it back. So that's something that I'm not going to do today. But we're 4,900 up. So we'll wait for this pullback and see which direction it forms. I'm looking for it to break new highs. So first candle breaks new highs, 37.50. And we're just going to go in small. We only need $100 to get over goal. So this, anyone that's watching wants to know what ticker this is. It's Pcvxz. So Papa Charlie Victor X-ray, Pcvxz. The company is Vaxcyte, and the reason it's moving is on good clinical trials. Just took 500 shares there, and knew I'd get a bad fill. The break of $38, and if it comes down, I'm gonna add to the position. Comes down to $37. It's down at 37.14 on the bid, but it's still up at 37.50s on the ask. So actually, what I'll do is I think got the bid and ask here. That so you've got the bid and ask there. I'll show that to you guys so you can see it. Can you see that? Let me know if you can't see the bid and the ask. I know you can on YouTube. Just altered it so you can on TikTok as well. So I'm just gonna add 1,000 shares there. And move back up. Buy the dip, as it were. Good stuff.
You should go now. Run. No, I won't leave you here. We can run together. Listen, if we run together, they will shoot us from behind. We both die. So, how's about you here?
I'm on at 37 is my average cost. My ask right now is 46, so we're in the hole a little bit. So I want to see this move back up towards 37.50 and beyond. We're going through another consolidation period, another consolidation phase. With the resistance up at the $0.50. This can move quickly, which is why I've reduced the and again, if you're in a trade and your heart's racing and you're seeing the risk is too much for you, it's because you're trading too big. Size is too big. You saw I scaled up and I was up at 5,000 shares earlier. I was already $37 up, and a one quick move and it was gone. So this is why I'm trading a little bit smaller now. Got 4,900 realized, but I'm also negative on the unrealized right now. So the unrealized is basically the price. I'm still holding a position, and I'm in a negative position on the price where I bought versus what it's currently available to sell at. I'll stick with the 3 grand for now, and we'll look to get the other 2 grand later in the day. So let's let that consolidate like it did last time. So we've got a consolidation period there. You saw the downwards resistance. We're getting a consolidation period here. We've got what's known as devil horns. The 2 highs by a lower high, but found resistance up there. So it's a devil horns. That's actually an exit indicator, which is why I was kind of wary. As it broke below 36.50, that's when I got out. So I was giving it a little bit. If it gets back above kind of 37.50, making new highs, then we'll have another look at it. But you see between the bid and the ask, we've got 9 cents right now, 8 cents right now, which is not bad at all. But the spreads here, I saw it whilst I was in the position. The spreads went between, you know, a whole dollar between the bid and the ask, which is a huge amount. Think about that. If you've got 1,000 shares, the price action where you buy in, and if the spread is is $1, you're $1,000 down before there's any price action movement. So just always be wary of the spreads before you enter a position. No. Oh, she's on the couch. I can hear. I thought she was right behind me. She's snoring that loudly. So we've got 35 minutes to the bell. So this is pre-market trading. We've almost, in fact, we did get over our daily goal. We've just given back almost 2K. So we're just kind of letting this consolidate, let this pull back, look for another move up later. Again, just based on this pattern, if we don't get to the highs, be careful of a shoulder forming before a sell-off. So it could be a head and shoulders pattern. So we've got a shoulder one, potential head, get another shoulder. So really you want to be at least 37.50 before you enter this one. Otherwise you're risking getting flushed on the second shoulder. That's not a stock pick, that's not financial advice, it's just me thinking out loud. It's the meanderings, the meaningless meanderings of a fat bloke on the internet. Don't follow me blindly. Do your own research, do your own due diligence. 37.99, not 96. And feel free to draw your support, your confirmed support and resistance levels that you're getting. It doesn't have to be to the cent. You're looking for areas of support and resistance. Right now we're getting $36 as the whole dollars. It's kind of this level. We saw it resistance here. There was a wick went up, but we saw resistance there. We're getting support here. So. And they repeat. These levels repeat because people set buying, and you've got algorithmic trades going on at certain levels. People set buy and sell orders at certain levels as well. They're not actually sat at the desk all day long while this is going off. So this is why they are. So this is the top gapper on the day, 75% up on the day. And it's moving up on good clinical trial results. So if you don't know what I'm talking about half the time, then come learn about trading. What's the high on the 5 minute? 37.50. So the spreads are not too bad right now. 2 cents, that's a really good spread for a stock of this size. They're so rangy. I mean, as you can see, 36, just like 2 cents at some of these points, 4 cents or whatever. But it's dropping down. Now it's 12 cents. Morning, he's out. So what are we doing on the like count there, guys? Someone let me know how many likes we've got on TikTok, and also guys on YouTube. We're not doing very well on the like count on YouTube there. So we've got 5 people have hit the thumbs up button. Come on, help me out, guys. If you're not finding it entertaining, find another stream. Come on. If you are finding it entertaining, just hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, so there you go. My Event Sciences shares are trading higher after the company announced it will be acquired by Sumitomo Biopharma for $27 plus per share in cash. So that's why my Event is that's why they're getting that pattern like that. That's just a acquisition, and I thought it was. How's the market looking? The overall market. Let's have a look on the 15 minutes. So the overall market had a good day Friday. Bit of consolidation. It did gap down overnight, but then it's recovered and it's now trading up. So we're 0.68% up on the day at 376.82. So 376.80s on the SPY. Nasdaq, similar kind of performance. Good day on Friday, gap down overnight, and then pre-market session is gone green and looking reasonably bullish at the moment. That's it. You don't want to be trading that because you're not really going to get that upside. Okay, so we got the lights. Yeah, come on. Got your treats? Here you go. I know it's comfortable couch, it's my couch, now get off it. There you go. Just stand up for it. Lazy ass. There you go. Everybody say hello to me, Akko. And it's a nice treat that, yeah, go on. Off you go. Let's go back to Pcvxz. See, we're just getting a consolidation. This head and shoulders pattern doesn't interest me right now. So 37.50 is my target on that. If it doesn't get up there, then I'm not trading it. I'll wait for the next stock to make up my my additional 2k. Just waiting for the next mover, and then we will get more movers. So LVS on very low volume. Yeah, there's nothing on volume with good volume right now for the last 15 minutes. So we've got half an hour before the market opens. The volume will flood in. So this is my gap and go candidate. This is Pcvxz. This is my gap and go candidate. You've got the key. I've already mapped out the key levels. The current key level is $38, which is a pre-market high. And at the bell, I'm looking for a move up to and beyond, and the break of $38. It doesn't, then, and it sells off, then we'll look for something else. And it's shortable. Just checking on the it is shortable. Oh, a quick bio break, and I'll get a cup of tea as well in a minute. Is there anything else moving? Have any of you spotted anything else moving of note? With good volume. I mean, that's what's missing at the moment. We've got one stock that's got any volume at all, which is Pcvxz. Well, I'll take a look. Yeah, there's no volume on it though. That's the problem with that one. It's just sideways at the moment. It's we managed to get the move on the only thing that's moving so far this morning, and that's Pcvxz. So that's my gap and go candidate. If it continues to consolidate into the bell, we've got 25 minutes, then that's fine. Let the VWAP catch up and then move up towards maybe $40. That would be a good day. If I can get 5,000 shares between $36 and $40, that would be a nice 20 grand move. So I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just saying it would be nice if it does. We shall find out. Mullen Motors, I hate this stock, but we'll have a look. So Huntington Bank, there's no volume at the moment. There's quite a lot of earnings drops today, but there's not a lot of movers right now on those earnings. So Mullen Motors is up at 46 cents. So the problem with Mullen, and why I don't like it, I don't like trading these literal penny stocks. My floor is $3, but I occasionally will have a basement floor of $2. I won't go below $2 a share, and I don't. And there's a number of reasons why, but with Mullen, the fact that it's at 46 cents right now, and there's about a gazillion shares in the float, means that not only do you have to take big size, but if you do take big size, you're not going to move the needle at all. So it is one of those. I mean, there's 36 million shares already been traded on this, but it's like a $500 million float. So it's not even 10% of the float's been transacted. On the other hand, if I look at Pcvxz's site that we've just been trading, this is like a 40. I think this is a 40 million float. Let me see. So Pcvxz site. Yeah, 45.5 million float. 5.5% shorted, and we've already traded 2 million shares on that already. But with that, it's what does it normally trade at? It normally trades 460,000. So we're like more than 4 times what it normally trades. Let me just fix that. Yeah. No problem at all, Barnett. I will go and pour this cup of tea whilst we're waiting. All right, let's have a look. Pineapple Energy. Making moves again. Not really on any volume though, that's the problem. That's what we're missing at the moment, is just the volume. If I look at here, MOTS has a volume, just broke over the $2 floor that I'm looking at. It's not a bad, I mean, it's kind of an argument for, a poor argument for an inverse head and shoulders there. But you almost got that. And maybe a cup and handle. There's a number of, it's looking quite bullish, essentially. It's back above the VWAP. So this is Motus GI Holdings. If you like lower price stocks, this is just over $2. It's looking reasonably bullish right now. Not saying go and trade it. It's not a pick for the long term. Most of the stocks that I trade on a daily basis are garbage companies, and I certainly wouldn't hold them long term. They might pop up overnight and do 75, 80, 90% gain, and then the following day they're down a good 50, 60%. Yeah, we can. They've got earnings today, I believe. So not great volume at the moment. I mean, it's a mid-cap stock, AT&T, in terms of the size of the float and everything. And there's only been 566,000 shares traded so far. It's currently trading at 17.35. Not great movement at the moment, Gits, but there you go. Oh, thank you for the rose. Appreciate that. She might short some of them. Platty, have a look at them. Could be worth a short. Let's have a look at the losers, because there's a whole bunch of losers. So Yin is the biggest loser of them all. Big tanks consolidating sideways. Look at it on the 5-minute, you can see big sell-off overnight, consolidating sideways, and this is what Klaatu's referring to. The guys on Lexter and Alex have already been talking about this on YouTube as well, with regards to the Chinese stocks gapping down overnight. So this is an ETF. A lot of these are Chinese ETFs, and if you're trading ETFs, this is what happens. So let me just take a quick look. The overall market is down. The Chinese market. This is down because of this is a stock split. I wouldn't worry too much about that one. GDS. Let's have a look at GDS. This gap down is continuing to sell. So yeah. So those of you who don't know what's gone on, and are wondering, hey beginner, Baba, Neo, Pi, a lot of these Chinese stocks that are on the Chinese on the US market, that floated on the US market, a lot of these Chinese stocks have lost value overnight, because Jinping has is it Ping Xi or whatever? The President Xi in China has just won his 3rd term. I think it's Xi Ping. He's just won his 3rd term and is elected his loyalist committee, if you will. Now, what's happened is that particularly in the tech sector, that there are going to be tight regulations, or at least the market is anticipating that there is going to be a crackdown and tight regulation in the in the private sector on these tech companies, these Chinese tech companies. So the price has tanked overnight. That's essentially what's happened. Yes, we can look at Tesla in just a second. So Kanzun, again, this is another one. So a lot of these are, if you can short them, some of them won't be shortable. Just putting that out there. Some of these will not be shortable. But if they're looking extremely weak, they've not got great volume, but if they're looking extremely weak, might be worth the short. There's a lot of these stocks that Pinduoduos, gets a lot of attention. That's ticker BILI. What's that? Or PDD. Billy is BILI. PDD, Pinduoduo. That's down overnight, and a lot of these are just tailing off and selling off. You can see that it's moving up on the 5-minute chart. It's testing the VWAP and beginning what's known as a VWAP fade. Test the VWAP area and fading. This is actually testing the 9 EMA and fading. So yeah, the Chinese stocks, if you're a short bias trader, Chinese stocks could be worth looking at today. No, it means that they're selling off today, beginner. The Chinese stocks are selling off today on the back of that. So it potentially worth a short. But I'll have a look at Tesla now. I'm not happy with Tesla. I lost 10 grand on Tesla last week. So Tesla's down as well. Sold off first thing this morning. Probably as a result of a lot of the parts coming from China. Tesla is down 3%, down at 207s, although it did go lower than this on its earnings last week on Thursday. So it's not been this beat up in a long time, Tesla. I've no doubt it'll come good in the long term, but it's very beat up at the moment. Broke lows on Thursday, tested them again on Friday. Got a bit of a double bottom shape forming here on the daily. Double bottom shape forming on the daily that if we get back above 230, then we could see a nice bullish move up towards 252. So maybe even get this gap filled here between 255 and 270. But need to get over 230 for this double bottom formation to kick in. That's just my opinion. Just the nonsensical meanderings of a fat bloke on the internet. Well, I think along with Baba, let's have a look at Baba. You can see Baba here. So Alibaba, I'm not a big fan of Alibaba. I just don't think they've got a USP personally. I'm like, well, this is Alibaba, big gap down. It's probably one of the few tech stocks that's actually a few Chinese tech stocks that, in fact, one of the few Chinese stocks that's above the VWAP right now. So look at it on the 50 or on the 15. So look at it on the 5. It's very sideways, very dangerous at the moment. It's choppy sideways. You look at the VWAP that I was talking about earlier. It's almost horizontal. So just bear in mind that it is a very bearish day on the for Chinese stocks. A couple of fake outs so far right now. Probably 64.50. Gets over 64.50. We might get a bounce, but I wouldn't put money on that. One to watch in 10 minutes when the bell rings. So the Chinese ETFs are well beat up as a result. Let's have a look at when the bell tolls. It sounds like you're talking about the Death Knell. I've still not upgraded my trading view yet. Let's see. It's going to give me the warning to upgrade. I'll do that this afternoon, actually. Upgrade my trading view app. My app is old and tired. Yes, I know. Okay, so Bitcoin still under 20k. It's 19,300s. Ethereum still under $1,400, $13.45. Cardano almost 36 cents, just under 36 cents. That's not too bad. And I'm back in the green with XRP at 45, just over 45.5 cents. So I'm back in the green with XRP. Still in the red with everything else, but I'm back in the green with XRP. So long may that continue with XRP. Let's hope the others follow them. But crypto is down on the day, slightly. as a whole, the crypto, I mean, there's obviously exceptions depending on which coin you're looking at, but the big coins, it's slightly down. Baba trying to make a move up. What did I say? 64.50. So that's the shoulder there. So I'm just looking at we've got shoulder 1, head, and there's shoulder 2. So now I'm looking at this as maybe down to 35 before a bounce. Still watching it for a move up. But this is Pcvxz that we traded earlier. We should have been about 15-20k up on this if I traded it better, but I was slow here and lost 4,000. So should have been much better up, much more up. Instead of 3,000, should have been about 15,000. So we're kind of disappointed with my results on that one. But hey, look. What we're going to do. Don't trade Baba. Why are you saying that? Get him. If you want to trade it, if I was going to trade Baba, and I'm not going to be trading Baba, but if I was trading Baba today intraday, I'd probably look for shorting opportunities with it. And anything else worth taking note of? Not right now. It's just the volume. The volume's not there at the moment, guys. So the two big ones are Mortis GI and Pcvxz. And Mortis GI is just over $2 and goes under the ticker MOTS. And Pcvxz is what we've already traded. It's what we're looking at right now. We'll continue to monitor everything else as we come closer to the bell. Ntnx is moving up on the low reserves of diesel. So ENSV, well, low volume on the stock. So this is Ntnx, it's just over $2, which is why it's hitting the scanners now. But wait for the bell to open, wait for the market to open, maybe get some volume in. Well, another thing is that you can't short unless you've got a margin account as well. Get him. So we've got want another treat. We've got over 6,000 likes. So a busy stream today. Thank you, guys. Here you go. You've got to stand up for it if you want it. I know you're not well. You've got cramps. You still got to do it. There you go. Go and enjoy. Got some more in the cupboard. We've got one left here. How are we doing on the old tube of you in terms of likes? Not very much. 5 likes. Are we serious there, guys? On YouTube, 5 likes or 13 likes? No, it's 13 likes. Still, it's like less than 50% of you guys that are currently watching have hit the thumbs up button. So a little bit disappointing. Come on, you know you want to do it now. It just really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And see, I don't mind this pullback, this head and shoulders pullback now. So I don't mind this. It can come all the way down to the VWAP if it likes, below $35. As long as it stays above 34, which is a key level as we've seen already. As long as it stays above 34, this is still a candidate for gap and go. We've got 3 minutes left to the bell, guys. I think those are the two biggest advantages. People say that you take a margin account because you can get leverage. No, actually, you take a margin account so you can A, get instant settlement, and B, so that you can short. You can't short in a cash account because you have to borrow shares, and to borrow shares you have to have a credit facility, which only comes with a margin account. So you need a margin account to short. Take a short position. So those are the two major benefits of having a margin account, trading in a margin account, is that A, you can short, and B, it's instant settlement. Having additional leverage so you can take bigger positions is actually increasing risk. So whilst it can be a good thing, you can get bigger gains from that. If you're going to be using all your equity position, so that you're actually using up that margin position, then you're increasing your risk, and that's probably not a good thing in terms of being trading correctly. You want to minimize your risk as much as possible. So there's good and bad things about taking a leverage position, but the higher leverage that you have, the more likely you are to lose your position. Okay, so we've got a little over a minute left before the market opens. So we're just over $3,000 in profit right now. It's not bad. Not a bad start to the day. We just need to keep it. Just take some good positions. Wait for the right setups. Just looking for anything with reasonable volume. But right now, there's no volume at all. Pcvxz is the only thing that's got enough volume to keep me interested. On which one gets on Pcvxz? I'm not trying to anticipate what the market's going to do. I've tried to do that on so many occasions and been wrong so many times. Even when it's logic tells me that I should be right, I'll wait for the market. I'll wait for the price action, and I'll trade the price action. I will react to the market rather than waiting for the market to react to news. Because anticipating the market reactions to a catalyst. There we go. It's a good game. I'll change the scanner. That was the opening bell. I'll change the scanners and wait for something to make a move. Well, there's our first trading halt. Nice web. Trading halt, no volume on it though. That's can't trade that. Nothing doing there. Waiting for the scanners to show me what I can trade. Ryanair. I can't. Simply Good just shot up. $36 from 35, the whole dollar. No volume. Can't trade that. The market, so the overall market's having a bit of a pullback. They sell off. It's a bit of a pullback to start off with. But right now, I would say I'm just going to watch the opening range form, so the first 5-minute candle form, and I'll watch the first 5-minute candle close, and then I'll take stock. Right now, the Nasdaq is pulling back. The S&P 500 is pulling back. So there's the Nasdaq. It's gone red on the day. S&P 500 fast approaching. the Dow Jones. Considering that the Russell 2000 was the top performer not too long, about an hour ago, it was the highest, the highest gainer of the markets that I track. It's now red on the day, so the market's having a bit of a sell-off. I think this could be partially in line with the whole Chinese news. Vaxite trying to make moves back up, but not doing anything. So just waiting for something to hit the scanners. No point taking a position just to gamble. Actually, there's a good question. Are there any IPOs today? Let's have a look at the IPO calendar, shall we? Upcoming IPOs. So 24th today. There's ASP Isotopes tomorrow. Mobileye. So Mobileye is one I've got my got my eye on Wednesday, with the whole cameras in vehicles and stuff like that. Jin Medical International on Friday, and Genelux Corporation on Friday. So no IPOs today. I think a lot of things are moving down after the bell. David. So Mortis GI moving up after the bell. One of the few things that are up at 220, testing 220. So we're getting some movement. Sigh. That halted. No. Asti from last week halted to the downside. So those are the volatility halts. Nothing really jumping out right now. AMPX on low volume. It tried to make a move up. 1160s, 1150s. I was expecting some energy companies or fuel companies to actually be making moves up today based on the diesel shortage or the low diesel reserves. So watch for the break of 225. The current pre-market high was 223, so 225 is a key level. We've just tapped the pre-market high, so needs to break that. Otherwise, we might get this double top M pattern on the 5 minute. So it needs to break 225. I'm watching that. Right, okay, look at the S&P 500. After that initial sell-off, wow, just rallied. Moved two whole dollars. So that's the S&P, that's the SPY, the S&P 500 ETF. Look at the Nasdaq, done the same thing, rallied, now green again. The Russell index just barely green, but also green. So the markets did a quick sell-off, red to green, a dip and rip, as they call it, when that happens. Dow Jones didn't even dip at the bell, but it's Dow Jones Industrial. So looking for something to trade that's not an ETF. Still not seeing anything that's jumping out just yet. What's the reason behind the halts? So the halts are volatility halts. If depending on what time of day it is, that different times of day have so the first hour of the market, first 30 minutes of the market has different halt levels and stuff. but if it moves a certain percentage in a certain length of time, the SEC will close trading on that for a period of time. Usually it's 5 minutes. If it's particularly volatile movement, they'll close it for 10 minutes. The most I've been caught in was a 30-minute halt. So this is a volatility halt. So halts can, if you're talking about a volatility halt, as I say, different levels of volatility, different moves in a certain period of time will trigger a different length of halt. Now, all they're doing is they're stopping trading for a small period of time to cool it down, so that people don't panic and react with panic. Now, there are other reasons why there are halts. You get news pending halts. So if there's news about to come out, a press announcement's just been, then they will halt trading until the news is broke, and then they'll resume trading after the news. So it might be something about an acquisition, or it might be something about, well, whatever it is, a news pending halt. Then there are legal halts. So legal halts is where the suspected violations of regulations, and like manipulation, for example, and they will suspend the trading pending investigation, and the trading will not resume until investigation has completed. Now that can be, those are the worst halts. If you ever get caught in one of those, then sorry, but you might be, you're unlikely to get your money back until trading resumes, and in that case you might never see your money, because they could, depending on the results of the investigation, if it's found that there's been malpractice or legal issues or insider trading, they might get delisted and you could lose all your money. So those are the three main reasons why there are halts on the stock market. But volatility halts are the most common. And it's just basically, Baba. Let's have a look at Alibaba. Yeah, Alibaba's selling off, breaking lows, down at $62 now. But there'll be a lot of stocks like this. So the question is, though, let me just find out here. Baba is, I think it's on the short sale restriction list anyway. I know my broker's not, there's no margin available for it anyway, and yeah, it's short sale. So to short it, you've actually got to take a sell position on the ask. You can't short it on the bid. So it's difficult to short. Effectively, it's difficult to short positions that are short sale restricted. Oh, you can be caught out. You can be caught out, and you can actually gain from it. So when something's halted, depending on when it can resume higher or it can resume lower, gaps. So, and it can resume at the same price, depending on the volatility. Very often, if it's a high halt down or excessive. So, for example, let's look at the last one that was halted. So. Cytec. So this one was halted to the upside, hence the little green candle here. No volume, but it's halted to the upside. It halted at 352. I'm looking at a resumption lower. So basically, I've got on the level 1, I've got 313 on the bid and 330 on the ask. So this is looking like it will resume lower, but that's just happens to be the way it is. You can't trade that anyway. There's not enough volume there. So Ntnx, which is Amprius Technology, moved up really well last week. Wednesday, I think it was, that had its big move, consolidated on Thursday, and then moved again on Friday. So this is up, testing the highs, 1250. So high of 1249 on Friday, and the high today of 1246. So it's testing the highs. I'll put MOTS on the small one for those that are wanting to watch MOTS. It's on the watch list now, on the watch list ticker, on the watch list chart on YouTube. Second biggest mover on the day to the upside. We're now getting movement on Vaxite. The spreads are 25 cents ish, 25 cents on the spreads on Vaxite, so just be careful with that one. Still waiting for something to set up with a nice pattern to trade. Yeah, AMPX is it's got good volume. Well, I'll say good volume. It's 850,000 shares traded so far on AMPX. It's currently up 8%. So let's have a look at the relative volume. Yeah, so AMPX is twice, but oh, no, it's not. It's low relative volume. Average volume for AMPX is 3.9 million. So it could get there, but it would need to get there later today. So it's 3.9 million shares for AMPX is the average volume. It's only traded at 875. So you want to be looking for, you want a safe trade. So this is what I'm going to give you now is gold, okay? If you want a safe trade, the best thing you can do is just sit on your hands and wait for the right trade that is safe. What I mean by that is you've got good volume, relative volume. So you want to be looking at least 2 times on the relative volume, at least 2x. It needs to be doing twice as much already today as it normally does over the last, say, 3 months or so, last 100 days or so. So what's the average volume it trades at? And it needs to be twice that. At least, ideally, you want to be looking for 3 times that. You want to be looking at 3 times relative volume, at least 2 times relative volume. You want to be looking for something that's moved up, at least in terms of volatility, that's moved up, if you're going long, it's moved up at least 14 or 15% on the day, and it's still trending upwards, so that the action is still above the VWAP. Or it's, if you're going short, 14 or 15% down, and it's still trending downwards. So those are the 2, what I would say, prerequisites for a reliable trade. Then you look for the patterns. If you've got those criteria in place, then you look for the patterns. Ideally, you want to be looking for something that's less than 100 million float. Perfect, you want to be less than 10 million float, a micro float, if you will, because you're going to get greater volatility and bigger swings, bigger movement. By all means, look at the average true range, and that will tell you where to be setting your stops and where to be taking your profits. Yeah, so just a little bit of trading knowledge there for you. Oh, so Udo, that's making new highs. Some of these mid-cap ETFs making some big moves. These big mid-cap ETFs making big moves. The S&P 500 is on a roll. Look at this. Up at 378s now. It's volatile though. I mean, it moved up, came back down, moved up. What's the Nasdaq doing? Very similar. So this is a nice, beautiful double bottom here. The double bottom. Look for the move up now. Which I would say a good $2.5. So look for 278 on the Qs, and again $2 move, double bottom. Maybe look for 380 on the SPY. That's you know, just saying, just my opinion. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're going to trade these ETFs and you lose money, don't sue me. But I do like those double bottom formations on the markets. It's very bullish. A double bottom is very bullish. It's a W formation. If you see a W formation in the price action in the candlestick charts, it's a very bullish pattern, and it usually breaks upwards. So let's just, I thought we might get a bit of volume coming into Cytec, but no, it's just no volume there. You can't trade that. But AMPX is looking reasonably good. Just not seeing the pattern to... Right, okay, we might get a flat top formation here. Yeah, okay, so 1245, that's the flat top. So if we test that a few times on the higher time frames, the break of 1250 could be interesting. Just saying. My opinion, not stock picks, not signals, not advice. Don't sue me, guys. Mullen Motors. For those of you that like Mullen Motors, as I say, it's not particularly one of my favourite ones. This is it's broke the $0.50, which is a very bullish sign. The last time it was up at this level was mid-September. So Mullen Automotive is I keep calling it Mullen Motors, is up there at the $0.50, looking very bullish. So you don't have to ask me about Mullen anymore. Now, I did say fuel and oil stocks are likely to be bullish today because of that diesel shortage. So just noticed Oxy making new highs. So this is Occidental Petroleum. It is one of the more popular oil stocks. As a result of Oxy making new highs, you can probably bet that you're going to get some other ones start making moves upwards. Let's have a look at Indonesian Energy. It's above the VWAP, but it's not green yet. Made good moves last week. GDS. This is gap down heavily. Made a little bounce. Let's have a look at Baba again. Alibaba still selling off and breaking lows, so I would wait for at least the 15-minute chart. Get a bounce on this. Ideally, you want to see, you want to wait for at least I would say an hour. You get if you get a 60-minute handle that breaks new highs, it could signify a turnaround. But also, look, by all means, consult the RSI and the Bollinger Bands will be good. If you're looking for a reversal, look for Bollinger Bands trading outside the bands. RSI extremely oversold. Maybe even the MACD, and then look for the indicators for the reversal before trading this to the upside. Otherwise, look for the short patterns. This is looking very weak at the moment. This is Alibaba. Probably a shorter's dream right now. Jeez, guys, I'm telling you. It's half pig, half dog, half cat, and half bear. I know there's a lot of halves there, but geometry was never my strong point. Laser Photonics. Trying to go green on the day. It's made some big moves up pre-market a couple of weeks ago and sold off most of last week. So thanks, Phil. I'm a little bit disappointed. I should have been about 15k up, but it is what it is. I'm just happy to be green. If I can get to goal, I need another 2k, but I'm not rushing it. I'm waiting for the right setup. Patience is absolutely essential, and this is why a lot of people lose again. More than 85% of, according to statistics, more than 85% of people that trade the stock market, only the stock market, that's stocks and shares, equities, if you will, more than 85% of people are never profitable. They lose long term. In fact, they quit in less than 2 years. They give up on trading in less than 2 years. So that's 85%. Why is that? There's a number of reasons why that is. So first and foremost, they never invest in themselves to learn how to trade. If any other profession, if you want to be a lawyer, you have to go to school, you have to go to college for 4 years, a minimum of 4 years. If you want to be a teacher, 4 years. If you want to be a doctor, 6 years, plus another 2 years of junior doctor training. Any other profession that you can earn good money in, 6-figure salaries, the majority of them, you've got to go to college and put the time in to educate yourselves and acquire the skills to be successful. Too many people look at the stock market and think, oh, I can do that. And the reality is they can't. So learn how to trade first. If you don't learn how to trade, you're going to lose money. It's as simple as that. If you include all other instruments, so if you look at Forex, you look at crypto, you look at futures, you look at everything else that you can day trade. If you try and day trade, 95% of people lose money long term and are never profitable. So that's all instruments. So yes, I'm profitable, and I would say I'm in that 5% of consistent profitability. Why? Well, one is I have a strategy that works. I have and being disciplined enough to stick to that strategy is key. Now, I don't always do it, and people regular to my channel will know that. They'll scream at me that you're deviating from the strategy, and do you know what? I'll lose money. And I have red days, the same. I had a red day. I lost just under $8,000 on Friday. I was actually over $9,000 when all the charges and fees were added to it, but I lost just under $8,000 on Friday. It was a red day for me, and that happens to every trader. There's not a single trader out there that is consistently profitable 100% of the time. You're going to be wrong. That's another reason why people lose money, is because it's human nature not to want to be wrong. So you take a position, and when it goes against you, you hold on to it because you don't want to be wrong. You want to be proved right. You want to be saying, okay, well, technically it adds up. I'm going to be right. Fundamentally, it adds up. I'm going to be right. But you know what? Logically speaking, the market doesn't give a fig. The market can be completely irrational. It can be completely illogical, and it can stay that way longer than you can stay solvent. Sniffing hopium. I think that was Dave Trade's terminology. Sniffing hopium, thinking that it should turn around. Logic suggests that it will go in your favor. In reality, it probably won't. So I mentioned Encirco earlier. It's now making moves up. So Encirco up at 235s. Then the other reason, and probably the biggest reason why people lose money on the stock market, is that they don't manage the risk. They approach it with a gambling mindset, and they don't manage risk. So rather than looking at what you can gain, protect what you could lose. It's a better way of looking at it. So yes, you can make good money, and I'm saying, look, I should have been 15k up with Backside, but I'm protecting my position, and I was 5k up, and I gave 20% back off the top. So look, it happens. Just because, and if you're and practice as well. People just open a brokerage account. They've never traded in their life before. They put the mum's inheritance, the kids' college fund. They put it all in the brokerage account. Think they're going to double it overnight, and they lose it. And then they end up getting divorced because they can't afford to tell the wife that they can't bring themselves to tell the wife that they've just put the kids' college fund in the stock market and lost it all. and in reality is they've never traded in their life before. They got a tip from Wall Street Bets on Reddit that a particular stock was going to moon, so they put all the money in, and it didn't. It crashed, and they end up with no money left. And my answer to that is practice. Learn to trade, learn how to trade, and practice in a simulator before you put any kind of real money on the line. If you can't be profitable in a simulator, what in hell's kitchen do you think you're doing putting real money on the line? You know, if you can't be profitable in a simulator without emotions and psychology involved, then you're not going to be profitable when the emotions kick in of having real money on the line. So practice in a simulator first. Most people, I would advise at least 3 months in a simulator before you even consider opening a brokerage account. Just saying. But don't listen to me. I'm just a fat guy on the internet. In Servco, up there at 230s, similar price for MOTS. Mullen Motors up at $52, $52.5 cents now. So for all you Mullen fans, Pcvxz didn't. We had to throw a wick up over this flat top that we're getting now. So we've got one shoulder, one head, another shoulder for a potential break of that $0.50. What's the current high? Is currently 12.55 on that spike. So I'm just going to watch that because that's looking quite interesting. So the markets are very volatile at the moment. They're up and down. They're very rangy, but they're upwards trending. But they're just very rangy. Look at the Nasdaq. You see this? Big spikes up, big spikes down again. So it's just very rangy, very sideways. The VWAP's actually very sideways since they opened. So just be careful with that. We've got this double bottom here. Moved up, but didn't quite get to the levels that it wanted to. And these patterns are not 100%. The double bottom, I think, is about 80% effective. Slightly less effective than an inverse head and shoulders to the long side. So Motus GI still up at the 230s, coming back a little bit here, but still looking to make highs. A little bit extended for me, but enjoy. Still waiting for that one stock that's going to make me 2K. Thing is, I don't need it to make me 2K. I just need basics. If I can make 10 trades now and of $200 each, that'll be good. So Ntnx had this big spike up here. 216s. With a bit of a flag formation there just above the VWAP. Oh, this is on a Ntnx. Oh, maybe could be worth watching. Yeah, that's not really got the volume I want to trade it. Yeah, that's what we're missing right now. Is MOTS is probably the one with the most volume right now. Motus GI, that's where the volume is. You need volume as well as volatility. Just remember that, guys. To be to get a reliable trade, volatility is great. That's what you're going to get the benefit of, but you need volume to make that pattern breakout reliable. Okay. Quiet now in terms of, we've had the first 30 minutes of the market open. Things have died down a little bit in terms of the volatility. The volume seems to have dried up a little bit, so we might get some news drops. We're just at the top of the hour. We might get a couple of news drops that make a difference. We might not, but normally we'll get some news drops at the top of the hour or whatever, you know. So let's see. I don't. It might be Xi Jinping shorting Alibaba. It might well be, but he's probably shorting all the other stocks as well, all the Chinese stocks. So sorry, I only just saw that comment 20 minutes later, Alex. I apologise, but yeah, that's probably what's going on. Oh, so yeah, so we'll have a look at it. It's very sideways right now. So this is a Vaxite. So Pcvx is the ticker, Vaxite. This is, we've got this downwards descending resistance level. When it moved up here after the bell, it was rejected at that level, rejected at the $36 level. We're now getting to this same downwards resistance, and it's now approaching $35. So it needs to have a bit of a breakout here before I move back up. The spreads are a lot narrower. They're only 15 cents, but it's not looking particularly bullish right now. Sideways since the open, really. This still could move up, or it still could sell off. As long as it's above the view app, it is upwards trending. It's still, what, 70% up on the day, but it's just consolidating at the moment. So not trading it until we get some kind of confirmation in terms of which direction it's going to go. If you look at this on the 5-minute, what I said I wanted to see was the first 5-minute candle formation here. We broke below it and broke above it just barely. And then it's been sideways. So if you look at the 15-minute candle, that's your opening range. So now look at the 15-minute candle. I'm looking for a break of one of those, top or bottom of that first 15-minute candle. That was my opening range, 15-minute range, and it's just trading sideways. So once we know which way it's going to go, is it going to break downwards or is it going to break upwards, then I might be interested in trading it again. But I want to see more volume. Without the volume, there's no trade. And if you look at, I mean, these scanners, for those of you wanting to know how do I find stocks to trade? How did I find Vaxite? How did I see Vaxite? Well, Vaxite was hitting the scanners. Momentum, had good relative volume. It had moved up about 20% or 30% or whatever it was at the time I saw it, and it was on these scanners. So this is Benzinga. This is the Benzinga Pro platform. So this is just part of it. What I'll do is I'll show you my Benzinga. Why not? I forgot to lose. I'll show you my Benzinga. So this is my Benzinga thing. Oh, I'll show you on YouTube as well. Why not? So this is what my Benzinga scanners are looking like right now. Now there's a lot more to it than what I'm showing you, but this is so on here we've got the this is the gap scanner. Here I've got the momentum scanner. Here I've got the beta scanner. I've got rolling news tickers here, and I've got the signals here. So this one, the signals, is very interesting because it tells me the price spikes either up or down. As you can see here, AMPX spiked down by 1.14% in the last minute. That's the current price, and it's how much it is, etc. on the day or whatever. Then I've got halt and resume, volatility, halt and resumptions. I've got high of days notifications. So if it tells me when something reaches a high of day and breaks a new high of day, etc. So this is what my Benzinga looks like to me whilst I'm trading. So this is my just one of the screens on my desktop. Excuse me. So yeah, that's what my Benzinga stream looks like. So if you're wondering what Benzinga is, get into the description. You can check it out for free. It's a great tool that I use every single day. I find it indispensable for finding stocks to trade, finding the information on why they're moving, how much they're moving, etc., etc. So just check out the link in the description or the link in my link tree. If you're on TikTok, check out the link tree in my bio, and if you're on YouTube, check out the link in the description and for Benzinga. Try it free for 14 days. If you do decide to go ahead with it and subscribe for Benzinga, use my discount code that's there as well. It'll get you 35%. Excuse me, it'll get you 35% off. Now, if you do use that code, I do get a kickback, but you're actually paying less, and I'm getting a kickback, and everybody wins. So just so you know. Not a lot of volume moving. Snapchat, just saying Snapchat breaking highs. Now coming back lows. It moved up to kind of 790s, and now it's down at 770s. So Snapchat had earnings last week. It had bad earnings last week. Did I say? I'll correct myself. Snapchat had bad earnings last week, Thursday I think it was, and dropped like a stone to under $8, and may get a bounce. So if it can get above $8, we might see a little bit of a move, maybe get 50-60 cents on it, but I will be waiting for it to break $8. Personally, that's just me. It's not a stock pick, not a signal, it's not advice, just my opinion, and that's all it is. Not a financial advisor, not offering financial advice. Don't sue me. Yeah, Tesla's not having a great day at the moment. I think I put the curse on it by taking calls on, buying call options on it last week, prior to the earnings. But actually, this ain't Tesla's fault. The market's selling off again now, so the market is barely green. Actually, the Russell Index and the Nasdaq's had a car crash. Look at that, went choppy up and above the red green line. Now it's just selling off. So. Now, this is the Qs, which is the Investor ETF tracking the Nasdaq. We've got to look at the SPY, which is the Spider ETF tracking the S&P 500, and looking a little bit bearish right now. So I'm still looking for that elusive stock that's going to make me 2K today, but get me over goal. I'm green, and a green day is a good day, but I want to get over goal today. I'll be taking the dog for a walk in 20 minutes. So if nothing presents itself worth trading, I will come back later. And for those of you on the day trade with Tony course, they've taken the day trade with Tony course or are currently on the day trade with Tony course, you've got access to the day trade with Tony Discord. I will be on the day trade with Tony Discord as soon as I come back from walking the dog, as per usual, and we'll continue trading for the rest of the day. So in Servco is currently 20% up on the day, the top mover at the moment over the last few minutes. It's below my floor. I try not to trade below $3. I absolutely don't trade below $2, but I've traded in Servco in the past, earlier this year actually, when it moved up quite substantially, and along with the likes of Indonesian Energy and Houston American Energy and the rest of those. So yeah, I've just been looking at Snap, David. Have another look at Snap, looking for a bounce. I'll say for me, I want to see Snap above $8 before I consider it to be moving back up again. $8.15 was the high on Friday after it sell off on Thursday. Sold off hard after hours on Thursday, and it bounced up to $8.15. So it needs to break. Ideally, it needs to break $8, but ideally it wants to break a new high on the daily. So that'll be $8.15. Oh, well, Gits, I don't track results because I don't make any guarantees of profitability. But what I would say is that, well, there are some of these students on this stream, so ask them. Let them let you know if you're a day trade with Tony student, how are you finding the course? Has it helped you be profitable? Has it give you any additional profitability? Let me know in the chat. I'm not making any guarantees or claims of profitability for any of my students, simply because you have to take the principles and the strategies and you have to execute on them. I can't execute for you, and that takes discipline. If you don't have the discipline, then that's down to you. Now, to be fair, Alistair's not here. I know Alistair's probably one of the more profitable students from the day trade with Tony. He's currently out Dubai, I think. Yeah, but look, if you're on the stream now, you're in the chat now, mate, give me a reference if you've taken the course and you've enjoyed it and it's been worthwhile for you. Actually, I need to do that. Collect some testimonials. Cheers, Phil. Phil over on Twitch is saying that he's still working through. He's still trading in the simulator at the moment, but really enjoying it. Yeah, the psychology. Absolutely, Neville. So for those of you on Twitch or YouTube, Neville on TikTok is just saying that he's found value in the course, particularly on the psychological and business planning aspects. And this is the gotcha. If he stuck to the plan, he'd be profitable. And that's the thing. There is it's easy to have the plan, and easy to have the strategy. But if you don't stick to it, and that's the thing, the discipline and the psychology of trading is the most difficult aspect, which is why I always say practice in a simulator. Once you've got the psychology lockdown, you've got the discipline lockdown, you've got a better chance of overcoming the emotions that come with trading with live money. So the psychology and the discipline are the two hardest skills to master when it comes to trading, and that only comes with practice. So practice in a simulator first. Don't put any money on the line until you've practiced in a simulator and shown consistent results, consistent profitable results in a simulator first. How long have I been trading, Alexandra? So I've been profitable for the last, I would say, just over 2 years now. Prior to that, I wouldn't consider myself a profitable trader prior to that. I was a profitable investor prior to that, but not a profitable trader. There's a difference. Investing is long term. Now, we've just come off quite a big, probably the longest bull market in history. So it was relatively easy just to buy and hold, particularly, large cap stocks, buy and hold and be profitable. Amazons and, Googles and all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't difficult to be in it. You didn't have to go into too much detail with the fundamentals either. Although I kind of like doing that if I'm going to be investing long term. I want to know what I'm investing in. But day trading is next level. To buy and hold a leveraged position, and buy and sell a leveraged position intraday that could, in effect, wipe out your account if it doesn't go against you is not the best way of trading. And no, my trading is not based on CFD. So contracts for difference. What you find with if you're trading with a brokerage that does CFDs. There's a few that do that, then the likelihood is, because you're never going to own the underlying asset, so the likelihood is they're profiting on the spreads, because that's what you're effectively gambling on, is the spreads. So you're going to get a wider spread than you would by buying the underlying stock with a broker that gives you direct market access. So I try not to trade CFDs. That's the downside anyway. The plus side of trading CFDs, depending where you are, if you're in Ireland or if you're in the UK, trading CFDs is classed as gambling, and the proceeds from said gambling is tax-free. So don't take my word for it. Speak to your chartered accountant on that. But if you're most CFD trading, and if you're trading CFDs as part of your strategy, and part of your proceeds or part of your gains are from CFDs, then you should be able to get that tax-free if you're in the UK or Ireland. Now, again, double check that before submitting your tax returns. I don't believe that's the case in the US, and in certain places across Europe, trading CFDs is actually illegal. So it's not legal. So just double check that where your jurisdiction lies. But that's one of the advantages, particularly in the UK, of trading CFDs, is because it's considered gambling and it's tax-free. Yeah, cheers, Thorsten. That's because I'm now one of the privileged few to have been invited by TikTok to use their TikTok studio. It's not open to everybody. I've not tried it, Thorsten. Sorry about that. And I would say never hold CFDs long. If you're going to be investing, never trade CFDs long term, because not only are you not buying the underlying, hold it long term. Not only are you not buying the underlying stock. The whole point of buying and holding long term is not just for the capital gains that you're getting on the price of the stock. It's for the dividends that you get. So you want to be what you want to be doing is getting earnings, and you increase your portfolio, and you're getting earnings from your dividends. You're not going to get dividends if you're investing in CFDs. Now, a brokerage will allow you to buy and hold CFDs long term, and again, they will profit from any spreads and things that you're getting, but you're not going to get any benefits from holding it long term. You may as well just go with a broker, an interactive, a capital markets, a trade, you know, TD Ameritrade, or whatever you're doing. If you're trading CFDs, there's a lot of disadvantages to it. There's some advantages, particularly in the UK, but there's a lot of disadvantages. For an average, to go through the course, it's going to take you, well, there's a little over 20 hours of lecture material there. So it depends on your appetite for blasting through it. So Dave, I think he's on the stream right now, Dave went through it in a month, and he's currently trading in a simulator. Now, I would say if you're trading in a simulator, I would recommend at least 3 months of results in a simulator before you go with a live account. But you can begin trading from day one in a simulator I had. Now, you can get a free simulator from TradingView, for example, and there's a tutorial on both TikTok and YouTube on how to do that. Go check that out. Free simulator in TradingView. It's not the best, but it's a starting point. If you then once you've got used to the idea of technical analysis, charting points of support, resistance, etc., and you're getting to the idea of how to trade, you might want to graduate into an actual simulator which is on real-time data, that is likely to be the type of simulator, the type of platform that you will use to trade. So a Dash Trader or a Sterling Trader or a TC2000 or whatever it is. Put some money into interactive brokers and they will give you a simulator to practice with first. Interactive brokers I wouldn't recommend in the UK for day trading unless you have $25,000 to deposit, because they implement the PDT rule. The PDT rule is the pattern day trading rule, which means that unless you've got a $25,000 equity position at the start of the day, you will be limited on your day trades. That's only works for margin accounts. If you're trading on a cash account, then you're not limited, but you are limited via the T+2 rule. So the T+2 is trade settlement. If you're in a cash account, you have to wait for the trade to settle before you can trade with that equity again. So that means T+2 means that what you trade with today, it doesn't settle till Wednesday. So then you're going to have to wait tomorrow out, or sit tomorrow out before you can trade again. Either that, or you put half your equity position in today, and then you trade with half your position, and then trade with half your position tomorrow. That's if you're on a cash account, and you can't short with a cash account, as I mentioned earlier. But I would say it's going to take you at least a month to get through the course. Most people are buying the course on a monthly basis. They're sticking around for between 5 and 7 months. So that's the average, is about 5 months that they're sticking around. Now, that's not because they've not gone through the course in the month. Most of them have completed the course in that first month. But you get access to the Day Trade with Tony Discord as well, and you're getting mentorship from me as part and parcel of that as well. So they're sticking around for a bit longer, Gits. That's why I would recommend, and you get a better price if you go for 3 months. I would recommend just take a 3 months, and that way you can take your time to work through it. You can go back and review each lesson. If you've got any questions, it doesn't make sense, I'm happy to go through it with you. Jump on a call, a Zoom call or whatever, and go through it with you. It's not a problem either. So looks like the first session's done for me. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I will do. Okay, this is not just for Gits, but people who are listening to me talking to Gits might be wondering what I'm talking about. So let's go to the screen here. Okay, and. Okay, so this here is my link tree. Okay, now all these links here are listed in the description on YouTube. So if you want to check them out on YouTube, these links are all listed on in the description. Go check them out. Okay. These links are in the link tree. So if you go to my profile on TikTok, you see there's a link that says Linktree, the TikTok trader. Okay, and that's what this is. Now you've got all my socials up here. So I'm streaming currently. I'm streaming on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, ShareVision, and TikTok all concurrently. Okay. It's pretty much the same feed on Twitch and YouTube and Twitter, but it's a slightly different feed on TikTok based on the portrait versus landscape views that you're getting. So you get a little bit more on YouTube and Twitch. Now, what we're actually talking about, what Gits and I am talking about here is this first link here. So first link in the description, or the first link in the link tree, is Day Trade with Tony. It's a day trading course that I put together based on demand from people that were following me on social media, watching me trade. So I put this together, and this is the syllabus here. So the introduction to trading, you can watch this on YouTube today for free. It's the first lesson. If you're unsure about the course at all, just go and watch this first lecture. It's on YouTube, the introduction to trading, on my YouTube channel. You watch that for free, and if that doesn't whet your appetite, then don't worry about it. Then you've got risk management, which is probably, people who've taken the course will say I highlight this in every particular chapter. Risk management is the number one most important principle to day trading. So risk management, then how I find stocks, what I'm looking for when I'm selecting stocks, charts, understanding the charts, etc., reading the charts, then the patterns that I look for when I'm trading, the strategies I use, the scanners that I use. There's quite a lot of tutorials in the scanners. I use Benzinga, I'm already talking, I'll come to that in a second. Trade management, the psychological element, a bit more advanced when it gets down to level 2 and the hotkeys, hot buttons, etc. Business plan, if you're going to be trading as a business, you're going to use this for your income. Then some advanced technical indicators like the RSI and the MACD and the Bollinger Bands and things like that. Introduction to options trading. There's additional tutorials that are from Benzinga that you can get there as well. How to set up your scanners, how to look for opportunities, etc. There's a whole library of best-selling trading ebooks that I recommend as well. It's where I learned how to trade myself, was by reading these ebooks, and you get access to them as well as part of the course. And then there's a swing trading course which I've been planning on building out, but yeah, I've yet to do it. It's $140 a month, thereabouts. Depending where you are, it might be, tax might be a little bit more or less, but it works out about $140 a month. Okay, US dollars. You can get discount if you want to go for a 3-month or an annual plan. It works out less. And you can see my trader view, not trading view stats and broker reports showing the first 6 months of this year and the profitability that I've had. And that's the first link on the link tree, first link in the description. I mentioned Benzinga, so this is what I've been talking about earlier. So Benzinga, this is actually I'll just pull up my Benzinga platform here. So Benzinga, this is Benzinga. This is my Benzinga platform. This is Benzinga Pro. I've got a bunch of scanners here, rolling news, signals, etc. And this is, I've got signals, I've got charting, I can trade ideas, insider information. All of this I can do. Now, what I can do here right now is, let's say, Hoodie International. So Hoodie is the Huadi International Group. If I want to click on this, it brings up this this information here, and just at the click of a button, straight away I've got the chart, I've got that I can go into different time frames on it. I've got the news, I've got various key data, fundamental data, but I can go into more detail if I want to. So these tabs here, I can go into the news section, find out what the latest news on Huadi International is and everything else. I can look at the calendar, when is earnings due to drop, or when is dividends due to be announced, or anything like that. I can look at key data here. So this is currently a 3.2 million float. out of a 13 million share. So you look at the shares outstanding and you multiply that by the share price, that's your market cap, okay? But the float is the amount of shares that are available to trade on the market. You can look at the short percentage, you can even look at the short interest here as well, and how many days they've got left to cover. So that's just at the click of a button by clicking on the ticker. By clicking on the ticker, what I can get from Benzinga. Benzinga is fantastic. I recommend this to anybody that wants to trade. And this is Benzinga here. There's a second link down. Go check it out. 14 days for free. Use the link DTWT35. You get 35% off. If you do want to proceed after the 14 days, use the 14 days. It's free. But don't pay full price. Don't ever pay full price. If this link doesn't work for you, reach out to me directly. TraderView is the platform I use to log all my trades. Just bear with me one moment while I get rid of this spam. Yeah, so TraderView is the link that I use to log all of my trades. What does TraderView look like? Well, this is TraderView. So this is where I am at the moment on the month. As you can see, last Friday, I just shy of $8,000 in the hole on Friday. I've had 4 red days already this month. I'm not trading as well as I normally do on across the course of the year. And I'll show you the comparison. So where are we in the month? I've made $37,000 this month. Now, I'm targeting myself on $5,000 a day. I'm currently half of that right now. So I'm averaging half of my daily target across October. So I need to have, and funnily enough, I'm $3,000 up today at the moment, but I'm currently probably half of what I target myself off. I'm still green on the month. I was green on the week last week, just barely, a little over $5,000 green on the week last week. So I'm not in a bad place, but I'm not performing at the levels that I've consistently performed at. If I look at the win-loss expectation, the statistics, so for example, the K ratio is about my risk reward, okay? And the K rate, I've got a K ratio at the moment for October of 0.72. A good K ratio from a good profitable trader is usually 2 or above. Now I'm 0.72, so my risk reward is very poor at the moment. Okay. If I look at my accuracy, you can see here my trade accuracy 42 to 28, so it's about 4 to 3. Or 3 to 2. It's actually 3 to 2. So 60% versus 40%. It's my winners versus my losers. Trade selection. It's 3 to 2. Okay. If I look at 128 versus 91, again that's 4 to 3. Okay. Ish, just a bit better than 4 to 3. So my ratios on October are not the best. However, if you look at my ratios for the year to date, and the same kind of thing, so my K ratio is 6.1. So remember I was saying a K ratio is a ratio based on calculations. It's an algorithmic calculation based on your risk versus reward on the trades that you've taken. And over the year I'm 6.1, so it's very good. 2 is considered good. I'm 3 times that, so that's really good. My profit factor is 1.91 or whatever. My risk versus reward on terms of gains versus losses is pretty much 2 to 1. Same thing with regards to my trade selection in terms of accuracy. For every losing trade that I make, I've made two winners. So that's really what I would say is doing well across the year, and I'm just not having a good month. October's not, and it didn't have a great month in September either, and that happens. It's performance is peaks and troughs. So let's go back to where we are. I mean, the equity curve here, cumulative drawdown. You can see I don't have to go back to October for that. You can see I'm 10k in the hole before today. So ideally, I needed to have a 10k day to get back to the highs of the year. So that's where I'm at. So what is this? This is TraderView. I use this for logging and analyzing my trades, find ways of improving my trading. Check that out. If you're not logging your trades, you don't have to use TraderView. You can use a simple Excel spreadsheet, but please log your trades so you can actually look back at them and review them and find out what you did right, what you did wrong. It's really, really good to be able to do that. Somebody was talking about earlier about how do you get started In terms of simulation, TradingView. So this is one. TradingView is a free tool. It will allow you can either do it web-based, or you can download the app onto either your phone, your mobile, your tablet, or your laptop. TradingView has apps, or you can use a web-based platform in a browser. TradingView is great. It's free to use. You can paper trade with TradingView as well if you want to, and it's a great place to start. And I still use it today. I use TradingView to track multiple assets across multiple markets at any one time, and TradingView is a great place to start. The platform I use to trade on, Dash Trader. Now, granted, I'm using an OEM version of Dash Trader, but Dash Trader is the platform, and it's a direct market access platform. There are other ones that do that you can use, but my preference is Dash Trader, and that's what I am consistently profitable with. Okay, so Snapchat's broke $8. Let's go back to that, and okay, so Snapchat has broken $8. I said it needed to break $8, and it has done exactly that. So this could be interesting if you're looking to trade it. I'm going to watch it now, but in the meantime, I'm going to finish the stream, and I'll do a trade recap. If I take any more trades, I'll be recording them, and I'll do a trade recap and post it on YouTube this evening. And in the meantime, I'll be back at it tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. So that's 8 a.m. market time, New York. And that's 1 p.m. here in Ireland, the same time across the UK, 2 p.m. in Europe if you're there. And I'll hopefully see you then. Come join me there. In the meantime, I will finish the stream now.